Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode on Two Puerto Ricans and a Black Girl. Today's topic of discussion is how to keep the passion alive. I am the Dope Widow.
Hey guys, I'm the Love Guru.
And I am Mimi, your lifestyle diva, and welcome. How you ladies doing?
Good.
Good. So, question. Um, Everybody deals with everything in their relationships differently, and that's no different with passion. So, what are ways that you in your relationships things that you do to keep passion alive, and things that you would tell people, maybe give advice to people to keep a passion alive in their relationships?
Well, I would say never stop dating your partner.
That's a good one.
You should always make sure that you have those, even if it's once a month, like that date night, just to keep that spark alive. I know we all get busy with our lives, and if there are children involved, it's a routine. You get up, you go to work, you drop the kids off, pick the kids up, and life gets monotonous. You often are in a routine, and this is what you do every day. So I think that continuously dating your partner, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, I think that's one of the big things for me. One of the things that I wrote down was those little romantic gestures, like opening the door, like carrying the bags, making a bubble bath. I mean, and this goes vice versa, not just men always doing it for the woman, but the woman always doing it for her man as well.
Right.
Leaving those little notes on the mirror, I love you, have a wonderful day, or that little cute text, hey babe, did you eat? Because that's important as well. They ask us, oh, did you have breakfast? Like, those guys also like, for you to ask them those things. So just the little romantic gestures is another thing for me. And one of the biggest things, which we've talked about, we had an episode, is loving them in their love language. That's really important. I think that we tend to love people the way we think they should be loved, the way we think that our love, the way we give love,
Right.
For lack of a better word. So I think that we need to learn what their love language is and love them the way they desire to be loved. And I think those three, would definitely keep that passion alive. And be sexy as hell.
Yeah.
All the time. Make sure your ass is sexy as hell. The same things you did to make him feel attracted towards you, keep that shit up. Get that hair done. Make sure your nails are done. Make sure you have that pedicure. Make sure you're always smelling good. That perfume that he loved when you guys were dating, wear that shit to bed.
Right.
With a sexy lingerie. Keep that spark alive. But all of those little cutesy things that we did in the beginning to make sure we got that man and he was interested and he loved everything about us, we got to keep it moving 15 years down the line, 10 years down the line, not just stop because, okay, we got him, we're married, we have kids, we bought the house. Now, all right, I don't have to put that sexy lingerie anymore. No, that's when you really do need to spice it up. Because you don't want him to get bored and then look outside of the home. No, you always want him coming back to you.
Okay, we can leave now. She said everything.
I know.
Those were just a couple of the things that, I want to make sure that I continue doing when I have my significant other. I want him to always look at me with those eyes of, damn, I want you, I don't want him to look anywhere else. So those are the things that I want to do to make sure that my man is there, and that he's taken care of. And vice versa. I want him to, wear that cologne, get that shape up, get that beard trim.
Yeah. What about you?
So, I mean, I'm going to piggyback everything that Jackie just stated, because in the beginning, that passion is alive, right? And it's there, and eventually that novelty kind of just wears out, especially once you move in with each other, you're married, there might be a couple of kids or some years in between, you lose that novelty. So you definitely have to be very intentional with your passion. Like, something that I wrote is also changing it up, but changing up, because it does become routine and we become very complacent in our relationship and we kind of take our partners for granted. Where, the sexiness is no longer there. So every day now you have like this old t-shirt and a bonnet. Okay, there's sexy bonnets out there.
You said a bonnet.
I wear bonnets sometimes, sorry.
Well, me too. When my hair's done, I wear a bonnet. It's just funny. I didn't expect her to say a bonnet.
But there are like sexy bonnets out there, and you can match it up with a cute nightgown that's short, little cleavage showing, just to kind of changing up a little bit. And also just to kind of, normally in a relationship, because you're so tired and so busy, quickies are kind of the norm in a relationship.
Yes.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You want to appease each other at that moment. Bam, bam, go to sleep. That's good night. I love you. But that cannot be the routine, you know, because
it can become the norm.
It can become the norm. It becomes very boring. So if on a Friday, that's just spice it up night. And sometimes people even designate that. Be very spontaneous with the initiating. If you're not the initiator, initiate. If you always initiate one way, initiate a different way. Just to change things around, because what tends to happen is that once that novelty wears off, we kind of fall back from the relationship. Intimacy is gone. And something that I wrote down is, when the whole quickie thing, there's no passion in a quickie. Again, it's just to appease that individual. But you need to be able to do the whole making love. Every day isn't going to be the roses and the petals and the music and the wine.
Yeah.
It needs to be incorporated at some point in that month, or if it's a week.
Absolutely,
with your partner, because in a quickie, you're not emotionally vulnerable. When you're making love to that individual, you have to be emotionally vulnerable. You have to let that person know, look, I love you, and your eyes and your skin. Like,
I just think with a quickie, you're really not present. It's just like you said, it's to appease the person at that moment, but you're not emotionally present when you're having a quickie. So yes, I love that you're saying that. Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree with that too, but I'm present.
Yes. But a good sexual relationship, I think, is built on emotional intimacy and like
that connection
with people. But if you don't have that intimacy, that connection, you don't feel like, oh my God, this is the one for me, or I love him, or I love her. Like you really need that emotional intimacy. More often, I think, than none, when you are intimate with your partner.
Another thing that I loved, I'm sorry, Mimi. Another thing that I love that you said was, if you are the initiator, you should change it up. Like, even if you still are going to initiate, but don't initiate the same way, change it up. And I like that because I've always mentioned I'm a creature of habit. Not a creature of habit in sex, but you know, sometimes we do fall to routine, and the way we initiate, you know, intimacy may be just with the kisses. Maybe this time don't initiate with the kisses. This time initiate with a massage, you know, or you know, just a rubbing of the feet, or whatever it is that your partner may like. So I do like that you said that, because I'm not a switch it up kind of person. I'm really like, I get comfortable in my, you know, my zone and my things. So I like that you said that. That's something for me to think about. So thank you.
I was going to say that it's so funny that all of us, you know, we come together, we have our ideas, knowing what our topics are going to be and stuff, but we all start out with the same thing, because I have written down basically the same things that you guys say about the intimacy, but in actually the physical part of intimacy, because, you know, there's also the mental part.
Yes.
of intimacy as well. But people really forget about the physical part.
Like well, talk to us about the physical part, girl.
They just take it for granted. Like people don't hold hands anymore.
Yes.
They don't. What I put down here, they don't hold hands. They don't kiss. That's so intimate.
Yes.
They don't just lay with each other when they're looking at a movie or something. Like they sit on the couch and one sitting here, one sitting there. It's like, what are we doing here? So that aspect, I think people definitely lose that. You just start taking it for granted because you're around each other all the time. And it's like, but then on the other side of intimacy is that mental part where you got to be able to find things that you can talk about. Like find a topic or interest that you have with your partner and stimulate each other in conversation with that topic. Set a goal for yourselves together. And say you have your own separate goals that you set for yourself, but set a goal with your partner so it could be something that you guys are working on together as a unit.
That's funny. People don't do that. We set goals. Okay, for our children. Okay, we got to do this. We got to take time for the kids. Oh, we set goals for our girls. Oh, we're gonna have girls' night on such and such date. He'll set goals to go out with his friends, but this is one of the pieces that a lot of people, I'm not going to say we, but a lot of people are missing when it comes to their marriage or when it comes to their relationship with their partner. They will not set that date or that time. They're like, oh, I'm too busy. I have work to do. I have this to do. I got to take the kids here. I got to drive the kids to have a play date. But where is your time together?
But not even just, I agree with you 100%, Jackie, but not even just time, like an actual goal. Like say, like how we want to do, you want to do a business together with him, or you want to, you have something on your bucket list. By this time, we're going to do this. We're going to accomplish this together, or we're going to make sure, like it needs to be something that you both are focused in on and working on together. And that's intimacy because y'all mentally, connected now in something. That's just not physical as well. So I think you need to have both. The physical needs to be there, absolutely. And the mental definitely needs to be there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, G. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
When that passion is gone and that intimacy on both levels, stimulating emotionally and physically stimulating is gone. I think this is where sometimes the infidelity comes into play because you're not giving that partner that intimate level, that passion. Like you mentioned, that simple touch, that's enough to let that person know you're still interested. But imagine even touching each other or hugging or giving each other kisses. That means that you're not into that individual.
Right. How can you never hug or kiss your partner? Like, how does that work?
So when another
and I'm sorry, but I want to, before I forget, you just said, how could you never touch your partner or kiss your partner? And some people only touch and kiss their partner during intimacy. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like I've heard from friends who tell me like, wow, he doesn't touch me. Like I love if I'm cooking in the kitchen and he'll come by and just kiss me on my neck. Or come by and grab my bottom, or just come by and hug me. Like that to me tells me he's still interested in who I am. But for him to come into the kitchen, pass me by, and I'm in my underwear and like a little top, and he doesn't even want to kiss me on my neck or grab my bottom or hug me, like that's crazy. A lot of men only kiss and touch you only when you're being intimate. And that's crazy to me.
But it's intimacy. I don't remember all five that. Well, it's plenty more. But was intimacy like one of the love languages?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Oh, it's physical touch. So that I think is categorized as the intimacy part.
That could be the problem then. With whoever it is, the man or woman that doesn't do that intimacy, that physical touch is not their love language, and they don't even recognize that doing that is not showing passion to their partner.
Exactly.
Well, I think all men's love language is physical touch. Maybe not. I mean, maybe not.
No,
but I think
it could be what you were saying, Jackie, that it could only be when they're having sex.
Okay.
Not when then, anything else, they don't do that.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Gigi?
I don't even know. I don't even know what the hell I was gonna say. I did want to mention another thing is to build this passion up again. It's to kind of allow some tension, but some positive tension, like that build up to that anticipation, because anticipation brings some excitement. So when you're having the quickie, there's no excitement. There's no, oh my God, I'm going to, or when you don't.
Okay.
Hello.
Like, to it, and you kind of like, baby, don't forget, and you kind of like send little messages. That anticipation.
I was gonna say yes. What about that sexting
That's
during the, that sexting? That sexting during the day while he's at work and you're at work, and you be like, baby, tonight when I get home, like you know, those little texts, like that excites the man, you know, and that's rebuilds, like Gigi was saying, that rebuilds that passion. Like he's expecting, okay, when I get home, it's on.
And it's like a scientific fact. Like even when you're first dating, what is it that is euphoric? Because
yes.
You in that honeymoon stage.
Yeah,
you in the honeymoon stage, yes.
It's a chemical thing. It's a scientific thing that causes you to, if you just touch them, it's like, oh my God. But after a while, that's lost. But you have to learn how to continue that, or to initiate that, or bring it back into the relationship, so that they can think about you and want to, you know.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, I don't know if this sounds crazy, but I also think that being able to problem solve in your relationship keeps the passion alive. Because if you have a problem or something comes up, I think it needs to be addressed head on, so that, you know, you guys don't go to sleep mad at each other, or you're not walking around the house and people are rolling their eyes at each other. Like that takes away from the passion in the relationship as well, I think.
Absolutely, it does. Okay. It does. You build up some type of like resentment towards them.
And it's just, you know, like unnecessary tension. Like,
yeah, exactly. I just I really love just you know, just thinking now about my love language. I've always said my love language is words of affirmation, but I think I can also say that my love language is physical touch, because I crave that pat on the butt. You know, that little tap on the butt, like, you know, when your man taps you on the butt, or when you're washing the dishes, or just standing somewhere and he'll just come from behind and kiss you on your neck, or just grab you. I love that. Like that is, you know, that for me does keep the passion alive. That to me means, damn, he still wants me. He still finds me attractive.
I definitely know now, being in the space that I am right now, that one of mine is communication.
Really? That's wonderful.
Yeah, because I don't want to do things like how I did before. Anything in life with my girlfriends, with a significant other, with a boyfriend. So I always want to address issues and talk about them, and not let them fester, and get it out, so that nothing is built up. So I like to go head forth with it and talk about it. And some people, they don't want to do that. They feel like you're attacking them when you do that. When it's like, it's no other way to get through a problem but to discuss it. And I think sometimes we just have to reassure people, especially our loved ones, because they're so sensitive to us. Like when you're telling them something, to let them know, listen, just because I'm expressing myself to you and letting you know that this is what it is, I'm not mad at you. But this is how I'm feeling about this situation. So I really feel like one of mine is communication now, because I don't want to do anything like I did before. And if you don't communicate, how you going to change it?
Good.
So you have to, it's going back to, I think that a friendship is really the glue that is going to tie a marriage together. Again, if you're truly friends, you're going to communicate, you're going to converse with one another, and you're going to automatically know what the other person needs if you're friends. You know what I'm saying, in that relationship. And so as the friendship is the foundation, you want to keep that friendship. And so you're going to work at it by being intentional with trying to keep that spark alive and having the conversations or bringing things to the attention or being intentional with your intimacy, because there's a genuine friendship there in your relationship. That's why I really
like that tension, like especially with loved ones. Like if I had a problem with somebody, or like one of you girls or my significant other, I don't like the way that feels inside. You know, it's like you walking around on eggshells. And
yeah.
You know, I don't want to do that with somebody who I care about, and I have to verbalize that. It's no other way for me to do that. And I think that when you're able to do that, then you can keep the spark and the spice and the love and the passion alive in your relationship, because you're being honest, you know?
True, because when you let the in a marriage or in a relationship, when you let the emotions kind of fester, your heart becomes hardened to that individual, and them touching you is going to disgust you.
Right.
Touching you is like, oh God, here he comes again, or here she comes again.
Right.
It's like your heart becomes hardened. But what happened? Where's the disconnect in your relationship where you've allowed it to reach to that point where you don't even want to be bothered by your significant other, or you don't even want to like initiate anything? Where has a disconnect happened? And
because you allow, so that's animosity. You start allowing animosity to get built up because you didn't address it.
Yeah, you didn't have those hard conversations that you needed to have. You know, and sometimes, you know, it's not anyone's fault. It's just sometimes the way your partner may react to you saying, this is what blah, 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 blah bothered me about, you know, last week. And they may come and feel attacked or feel like, you know, they're going to attack you. So sometimes I can understand sometimes you not wanting to say something, because every time you say something, it's like they take it offensively, or they feel attacked, or they attack you, you know. So yeah, I do understand that. But even though, you need to have those hard conversations no matter what.
Yeah, and sometimes
that's where you find out whether you guys are in it for the long haul or you're not.
Yeah, and sometimes you just got to give a disclaimer before a conversation and be like, I'm telling you this, and this is not to insult you or to hurt your feelings or to attack you, but I'm going to give it to you straight with no chaser. Like, I'm not going to bite my words or mince my words because you think I love you. Why would I try to bring you down or attack you or do anything like that? So I just want to with you. But yeah, I think all of these things, if you have all of these things in your relationship, like the big, like 90% or even 80% of your relationship is this, you can work through the other 10% of nonsense that happens in relationships. But you definitely gotta, I really feel like that physical part, mental and physical, that needs to be there. Like, it needs to be like glue in your relationship.
Yeah, another one of my things I put down was cuddling often. Like taking that time to cuddle, to lay down. Maybe it's cuddling watching a show, or cuddling just to de-stress from your day. You know, like that's when you take that time to talk about, honey, how was your day? But you guys are laying in bed together, you're cuddling together, you're rubbing each other, whether it be rubbing someone's feet or rubbing someone's shoulders, but just, being in tune, checking in with each other, but cuddling, I thought that was, I like to cuddle. I'm a cuddler. So I like to cuddle. And I also said, you're not a cuddler, Mimi?
No, I am to a certain extent, but then I need like like when you pet your pet, you know how you pet your pet and it's like, oh, he loving it, he's getting to
God.
And then they're like, okay, now that's enough. Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah. But I do like it. I can't front. I do like I like to sit on the couch with my boo or something and just watch a movie, like, sit there with them. But I was talking about more so with the sleeping aspect. Like, I can't, the whole company.
Oh, no. I could initially start off that way, but then I'm like, it's hot. It's hot. Go over there. Like, no, I do like to cuddle when, to go to sleep. Like, initially, I'll be like, hug me so I can fall asleep. But then after a while, I'm like, get off of me. I'm good. I can't be cuddled up all night. I can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to describe myself like a pet, but that was I just that was
that was very funny. That was very
Go ahead, Gigi.
I think also for me, prayer is important. I know with the hustle and bustle of the day and schedule, it may not be something that's really attainable maybe every day. But if you want it to be every day, then obviously designate a time or designate a day during the week where you guys, because I think that when you are equally yoked and stuff like that, that just kind of brings like
It just happens.
of intimacy to
Yeah,
the
because you're on the same understanding that, you know, we need this to keep our relationship nurtured. Yeah.
I think that's very, very important as well.
And then us as individuals, we have to definitely keep it prayed up every day. I mean, that's
absolutely.
For me, that's just the person who I am now. That's just a given. Like I pray all day without ceasing, all day in my head, walking down the street,
too.
Whatever I'm doing, I'm in my head just praying. So that always goes without ceasing. But the intentional prayer you're talking about, Gigi, with you and your partner,
with your partner, and that actually would give you the opportunity to kind of have that comfortable space to kind of talk it out because it's under God. You designated that time. Okay, let's talk about, you know, how's your week, or what's bothering you, just to really be as transparent as possible with each other. So that, because if you're not transparent, you're not really talking, they can't really be passionate. I think there's always going to be quickies, even if it's never going to be passionate. I think if you're not one with your partner, doesn't matter what you do, that level of intimacy. Sex is sex. I could put out the roses, I could have the wine, I could have the music.
Exactly.
But if I'm gonna be intimate, like really love on that person, if I'm not really feeling you, I gotta be feeling you for me to be intimate with you.
I love that you just said sex is sex. Sex is sex. You could have sex with your partner every single night. That doesn't mean that you guys are passionate. That doesn't mean that there's passion in your relationship, that there's intimacy in your relationship. Just because you have sex, that doesn't mean you guys are intimate.
That's right.
You know, okay. I agree with just because you have sex, you guys are not intimate. But I can't have sex just to have sex with somebody if I don't feel it. It's almost a level of disgust that.
Baby, I'm with you. I got you. But some people, some couples, they're not intimate. They're just having sex because they live together, and that's supposed to be, that's my girl and I'm her man, and we're gonna have sex, and that's just it. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do, right? But if they really want intimacy, they will see it, and they will rise to a different level of their relationship. Not everyone is on that level. You know what? In order to keep this passion alive, we must be intimate with each other. We must love on each other. We must be considerate of each other. We must respect each other. We must talk to each other with love. You know, I just feel like people are in relationships and they're just having sex to have sex because that's what the norm is. You live with somebody, you're supposed to have sex. But is it passionate? Hell no.
Well, they might just be in the mood and they want to get off. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what, most of the time, that's what it is. They're in the mood and they want to get off. They had a hard day. They want to relieve stress. And so here he comes. But
people actually equate sex with intimacy. And all these and never take into consideration all of these other things that are so much greater, that would make the sexual acts so
mind blowing.
If you had all of these other elements that, you know, that we talked about. But I just wanted to rewind. Somebody said something about talking during the week. It's like amazing to me how you can be with somebody
and not talk to them,
and not ask them how their week was, and not talk to them the whole week, and not know how this person who you love, how their whole week, they went a whole week and you don't know how their week went.
Can I give you one better than that? You live with them, but they don't ask you, how's your day? How was your day? Do you understand that? Because I don't. How could you live with someone and come in, you ask them how their day is, but they don't ask you about your day? That is like mind-blowing to me. That means that person has no interest in knowing anything about you.
I agree with you with that. And I think that that's where all of these things that we were talking about, all of these elements of intimacy, that person doesn't have those things.
No.
And either you guys need to seek, well, whoever it is, they need to seek counsel and trying to work it through, or it's probably, the relationship may have come to a head.
Fizzled out.
Exactly. If I ask my partner or whoever I'm with, how was their day, and it's not asked back to me, it's like, okay, like, I'm going to take inventory that this keeps happening, that because that's definitely a disconnect, a huge disconnect,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's no way you could go, I want to go through the week. I don't even feel comfortable not knowing how the man that I say that I love, his whole week, he went through a whole week, and I don't know how he's doing or what he did throughout his week. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many relationships are like that. It's like the person, and I often say this, the person often becomes like the roommate. We pay the bills together, we live together, it's a routine, it's a creature of habit type of thing. And the minute that I feel, I'm in a whole different place now anyway, but I think the minute that I would feel, or anyone feels, that you're becoming a little bit too comfortable, a little bit too complacent, you gotta change a couple of things around, because it doesn't lead to a good road. It doesn't end nicely.
And never, right.
You're so comfortable so quickly, or you're not paying attention. You gotta pay attention to your spouse. Oh, baby, you're so handsome. Me, I'm the person who likes to be in people's head. So I'm the person who will rub head. I like to play with the beard. That's just who I am as an individual. I can just be sitting there chilling. But there has to be some type of connection.
Yeah.
There has to be some type, and it doesn't have to be, everything sexual. It doesn't have to be, I gotta tongue you down, I gotta jump. No. A nice little gesture, just a little massage, or just playing, that shows so much intimacy. I think those
it does.
are far more intimate
than this actual sexual act, right?
Exactly.
I agree. The fact that you either, just laying on him, rubbing his chest, or holding his hand, or just touching his hair, like those things are more intimate than the sexual act itself.
Yeah.
In the words, it's important to let your partner know, oh, you're sexy. Or even if you look looking good and crazy, you still know that that's sexy. Just let them know, girl, you're looking good and crazy, but you sexy, girl. You have to, and again, I think it just comes to that foundation of a friendship.
Right.
Right. You want your best friend to be your partner.
Right.
So that you can joke around and you can laugh. Imagine not being friends with your partner. I don't think.
How does that? It doesn't even work, because you can't do any of the things you just said. You can't joke on them. You can't laugh with them. Like everything I say, you're gonna take it personal, because we're not friends. So you're gonna think that I'm trying to crack on you, or I'm trying to offend you. Like, no, you can't. I don't even understand how you can have a relationship and y'all not friends. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's just not gonna work. But okay, so I'm gonna go back around again. When you said about we were just talking about I forgot what it was, but anyway, so when you everybody has to figure out in their relationships, right, what works for them in their relationship. So we talked about this before, but I was telling Gazelle, Jackie, that I was watching this show yesterday, and they had a topic on there about how people are, me and you talked about this before, and Gazelle was like, but how people are having separate married couples with children.
Yes, living in separate homes.
It's like a big thing now. And I really think people, not just with that aspect of being in separate homes, you have to figure out what works for your relationship, and don't worry about what nobody else is doing in their relationship. Because you might do something like that might work in my relationship to do that, it won't work in somebody else's relationship. Because I honestly feel like I could do that. But if I found somebody, or if I was with somebody and that wasn't something that he wanted to do, I could just, not something that I have to do, but I know that I could do that. You know?
Yes, we have talked about that. Yes, I could definitely, you could be in your home Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we together. I could deal with that. Like, and I will be good with that. Like, I don't need that every day. Do I want it that way? No. But can I deal with that? I can.
Yeah. I mean, if we come to an agreement that that's what we want, but if one doesn't want it, then, you know, then we're not going to do it, because I can, you know.
Yeah, of course.
You have to always work on things in your relationship that work for you in your relationship, and not look outside and say, oh, but they do this. It's like what they do in their relationship might not work for you in your relationship.
I agree. I always say that. I think that society puts a lot of pressure on relationships and couples and marriages. And I think that a lot of people want to live with the Joneses, and they want to live up to what society says is a good marriage, what society says is a healthy marriage. No, I agree with you, Mimi. You have to do what works for you, for your relationship, or for your marriage, or for your relationship with your children, or your relationship with your family. But I think we need to stop listening to what everybody's saying. This is the right way to do this. No, you need to listen to your partner, and you need to live the way you guys agree that you're going to live, or you need to handle certain things in your relationship the way you guys, what it works for you guys, not what society or anybody else says, because no one else is living your life. No one's living with that person. So I think we need to stop listening to all of that noise out there.
And I still think, no, even if we both had separate homes, I'm still of the thought process that I need to know how every day of your week was. Like, it's no, even if I'm not with you every day, I need to know how you feel, and how's your day going every day.
I think even more so if we don't live with them.
Yeah, just, you know, it's just the love and concern that I have for my person. It's like, how do I go through a day and I'm saying this is my husband, or this is my boyfriend, or my significant other, and I don't know how your day was? That's like, you know, my child is out somewhere and I don't know where they was heading to. Like, you need to tell me where you're going, so I know. It's the same thing. It's the same level right there.
But that's not the communication thing too. That's plays a major factor.
Yeah, and it's also I think it also entails respect. You know, respecting each other. How could you say you respect me if you don't even care about me and care about how my day was? That's not, you don't respect me.
But I think sometimes, you know what, especially with men, I think they take that for granted sometimes. You know, they just, and some people are just so who they are that they don't even realize that this is something that this person loves you. They want to know how you're doing. You can't just go throughout the day and not speak to this person. Or if this is something that they're saying that they need in a relationship, are you willing to give that to them? Because sometimes if they're not willing to give to that, then maybe this is not the person you're supposed to be with, you know?
I also don't understand how you're with someone, but you don't talk to them throughout the day. At least a text. At least hey baby, I'm thinking about you, or I hope you're having a good day. Even if you cannot pick up the phone and literally speak to them, but let them know, you know what, you're present in my mind. I hope your day is going well. You know, I'll talk to you later tonight, whatever. Everyone's busy. I'm extremely busy throughout my day. You know, there's sometimes I can't even pick up my phone, but I make it my business to text my children, hey baby, I hope you're having a good day. God bless you. Be safe. You know, I make it my business to do it. But for you not to speak to your partner throughout the day, at least through a text, that's, I don't know, that's weird.
That's a red flag for me, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a red flag too. I don't care if we live together.
Right.
I will text you throughout the day, baby, I'm thinking about you.
What would you guys say is your top 3 things that need to be in place to have a relationship that stays passionate?
Go ahead, Gigi. What is your top 3?
So one for me is definitely going to have to be, I need that friendship.
Okay.
I need, I think I need that prayer life, because that's going to allow me to really communicate and for us to be transparent. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how God would want it. And I definitely need, like, I would say that level of intimacy. I want that emotional vulnerability. I want you just to, like, not be afraid to, like, talk about your feelings and your emotions, and I don't know, something like that.
Mm-hmm. I think mine's are going to be friendship, intimacy, both aspects, physical and mental.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess if you have a friendship, you have communication, they kind of link together.
True.
But I'm going to say communication. So I'm going to say friendship, intimacy, and communication, because prayer, that's who I am. That's without ceasing. So I got that. That's like the umbrella over all these things.
Overall,
You
absolutely.
lying, girl. Okay, you're gonna make me change mine, but that's absolutely right.
Yes, prayer is the umbrella, and then is the other 3.
Yeah.
That's my foundation.
Yeah. How about you, Jackie?
So for me, you know, I'm like you. I pray throughout the day, all day, even while I'm teaching. I'm praying in my head, you know. So that's a big one. The friendship, I'm also gonna piggyback off the 2 of you. I need him to constantly date me. I need that. That is one thing that I like. That's a top for me. We have to be on an endless date. And I don't know, that physical touch. That physical touch, that, you know, that I'm gonna say what Michelle said, the mental and physical intimacy, that I need him to pat me on my butt when he passes by in the kitchen. I need that. That's like, damn, boo.
Yeah.
You know, he's still interested. I turn him on. Yes, I love that. I need that physical touch. Absolutely. I need that cuddly. I need all of that.
Right.
I'm very
That's
touchy.
me.
You very touchy-feely?
I'm very touchy-feely.
I'm touchy-feely too.
I think I am too, to a certain extent. Like if watching a movie or whatever like that. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm touchy-feely. I like that.
I like to hold hands. I like to be.
I do too.
Me too. I like to hold hands.
Wherever I'm at, I want to give you a kiss. I'm going to kiss you. I don't need to tongue you down, but if I want to give you a kiss, no matter who.
Right, in public or not, right? Is it okay? Yeah, because some people don't like. You know, some people don't like.
No, people don't like PDA.
I'm good. I'll stop in the middle of wherever I'm at, and if I want to give you a kiss and hug, I'm gonna stop the traffic and give you a hug and a kiss. That's how I am.
Me too.
I agree with you. If I'm outside walking outside, I don't care who's. I'm gonna kiss. I will kiss and hug you. Like.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna do anything where I need to get a hotel room, but
no, nothing like that.
No, of course not.
Show that emotional vulnerability. You know.
No, but that little affection.
Yeah.
And you know what? That catches him off guard, and it's like, ooh,
that's
you know, my baby.
Texting.
Yes, that makes him feel good. That makes him feel like, damn, my baby finds me handsome. Like that she stopped and just grabbed my face and just kissed me and gave me a hug. Like that makes them feel awesome as well.
Because
you know what I like to do? I'm sorry, this is so corny.
It's not corny. If you like it, it's not corny.
When you driving somewhere with your boo and they like driving, you put and they're driving, their hand is on the thing and you put your hand on top of that while they driving. Oh, I love doing that.
No, I like when we're driving and he puts his hand in between my thigh.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Like he put like right in between my legs, and I just cross my leg over and my leg is on top. I love that.
Yeah.
That may be corny.
Yeah. I think one of the little corny things are things that keep they're just little sparks.
Little sparks, exactly.
You know, and you need all of those little sparks in a relationship because it's going to be rain and hailstorm sometimes. So you need to know that you have all those little things that can keep y'all connected.
Exactly.
It's funny. I read a meme the other day. It said, red light kisses. Like when you stop at a red light and then you just kiss. I love that. Like I thought that was cute.
It is. I love kissing. Do you ladies love kissing?
Yeah. Girl.
No, but if you can't kiss now, that is the absolute
deal breaker
thing.
Yeah.
That's a deal breaker for me. I can't date you.
The other thing, if you can't kiss, that's a deal breaker. Oh my.
No, that's a deal breaker for me. If you can't kiss, I'm not going out with you. We done.
You always teach them how to.
Nah, I don't have time. I'm too old right now to be trying to teach somebody how to kiss. You need to come with that. At least that. I could teach you everything else, but you got to know how to kiss. You can't come to the relationship and not know how to kiss. Are you kidding me? Deal breaker.
They don't know how to kiss. And you know
No,
what?
they don't.
For me, if you can't dance, like you don't have rhythm and you don't know how to kiss, that means you don't know how to do.
You are so funny. Do you have a bad kiss story?
Yeah.
Just because I thought about it.
Yes, and yeah. I mean, it wasn't, and that didn't go anywhere. It was just like, okay, if you went out on a date with a person and it got to that point where it's like, okay, you finally had like your first kiss, and it was like, wow.
Yeah, there's some people that they want to eat your face.
Oh, God.
Like they want your nose, your mouth, and their chin is they just slobber all over. I can't.
I mean, you probably can't,
She said, if you can't kiss and you can't dance, you can't do the other stuff either. That's funny, Mimi.
It's just a question mark for me. I'm not going to say, it is, but it's just a question mark. Anyway.
Oh my goodness, that means next week's episode is going to be fire.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to leave you all in anticipation and just, know it's going to be fire.
Yes, it's going to be fire. I'm already thinking about it.
So is that all you have to say on this one right here, ladies?
I think I'm done with it.
I am too. So next time on
Two Puerto Ricans and a
Black Girl. Bye, ladies.
Bye.